Well, welcome, and again, congratulations for starting on your journey to stopping smoking without willpower and finally retraining your brain back to the mind of a non-smoker where you don't get cravings anymore. So this is actually a short series of videos for you to, in a way, prepare yourself to making the decision and to committing to stopping smoking with the TrueQuit method. I personally understand that the prospect of choosing another method when you've probably tried many and obviously they haven't worked is a little bit daunting. And that's actually quite natural. That's a normal fight or flight reaction that's really part of the addiction. The idea that if you're not smoking, it's going to be distressing, you're going to be agitated, irritable, and it's going to be a lot of effort. Those are the normal ideas and experience that you probably would have had in the past if you've used other methods. I mean, if you haven't tried to quit at all, ever, well, good on you for finding us first shot, because you won't have to go through that pain. But I do understand that there is this trepidation, there's this even reluctance and resistance, even to investigate the idea of quitting. But I want you just to relax back and really just take in some new information, because TrueQuit really is different. So just commit to watching these free videos, and I can show you, my aim is to show you that there is a perspective and a method that does really answer the problems of quitting, that's very, very different. You see, all the other methods don't have all the answers, and they don't even understand all the problems. So that's really why I want to do this for you. So that's the fight or flight reaction. So if you're feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious even at the thought of quitting, don't worry, that's part of the process, and that will disappear as you start to understand more. Now, the biggest thing that I really want to explain to you is this quitting cycle. So you've been on it most likely. Most of you, I'm sure, have tried other methods and probably many other methods to quit smoking. So let me explain the quitting cycle to you, the way that I see it from a bird's eye view after helping literally thousands of people quit smoking. What happens is that somebody says, I've got to quit smoking, or for whatever reason, whether it's health, money, they want to do it for their family, kids or whatever, they get this determination, I have to quit smoking. So what do? What do you do? Well, you go to the internet and you look up quit smoking methods. And what do you find? You find the stock standard methods there. You go and talk to your friends, and they say, I quit with this method, and why don't you try that? So essentially, those methods are Champix, right? Patches, gum, lozenges, spray, vaping, hypnotherapy, willpower, acupuncture, reading a book or doing a course. And the problem is mostly that not only, as I said before, those methods don't solve all the problems, but the biggest problem is that you've kind of just picked one of those methods at random without really doing any research, without really figuring out what are the problems that need to be solved. I mean, I bet you in your job, if you had a problem, you don't just randomly pick an answer. First of all, you investigate to make sure you understand the problem. And then you find a solution that you know addresses that problem. So that's what needs to happen here. But anyway, the normal process is you go and pick a quit smoking method at random that you haven't tried before. You then go and apply that method. And you might have success for a little bit of time, but then because not all the problems are solved, you end up smoking again. And that damages you because you lose confidence and you get demoralised and feel disappointed and even blame yourself. But time passes and you're still smoking, and for whatever reason, you then get the motivation, I've got to try and quit again. So then you go back, pick another method at random, without understanding the problems. Try that method. You succeed perhaps for a period of time. It could even be years. But then relapse. And again, the same disappointment, the bitter disappointment of that effort, the distress and in a way the shame of, I mean, I don't subscribe to that shame, but a lot of smokers feel that. And then time passes, because each time you try to quit and it doesn't work, it just digs a deeper hole of disappointment. And so then you go back, and eventually, this is the quitting cycle, you just go round and round. Now the biggest problem there is that you don't understand the problems of quitting. And you're picking methods at random just because somebody else recommended it, or some company, or that's not the right way to go about it. Now I've said it, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? You need to understand the problems first. You need to pick a method that actually solves those problems. And I promise you that TrueQuit is very different, because we actually do understand the problems and we solve them. Not only do we solve them without willpower, but we actually give you a way to retrain your brain back to the mind of a non-smoker. So in the next video, that's what I'm going to explain to you. How to break the quitting cycle by actually giving you an understanding of what the real problems are. Right? And then we'll discuss in another video some of the solutions. And then we'll go on from there. So that's probably enough for now. Just have a think about that, and I'll see you in the next video.